Okay, folks, this is my follow-up review for the LG V30 Plus by Sprint. My name is Rob, and it's been about 1 month since I've got the V30 Plus. And so I'm just checking in here as my second review, just to give you guys an update on my thoughts, what I think about it, where there are areas of improvement, what I'd like to see done better next time, etc., etc. So here it is, my LG V30. It's the black version. Of course, it's by Sprint. Got it personalized with my name on there, and just pretty simple. I like the simple, minimalistic view of things. And so, getting into the phone here, this is how I have my phone set up. Just a simple theme. I love this theme. It's just the orange and black theme. You see here, you just hold down the screen and go to themes, and it's this one right here. I like this. It's called high contrast. It just makes everything black with some orange background. Very minimalistic. I like to organize where my main items are on my home screen. I have a holy section where I have my Bibles and all of that, audio, tools, just my miscellaneous items, shopping, finance, network, etc., etc., and stuff I use quite often I keep down here. So just to like to organize thing, I have this as my main screen, and I have one other screen which I just use for my calendar. I don't really have any other items on any other screen. Just again, just keep it real simple. Everything is here. This is my second screen. It's my calendar. Again, that same minimalistic black look. I like to keep things real simple and crisp, and I think it goes well with the phone. It's a black phone, black screen. The battery life, it's the best battery life that I have experienced on a mobile phone to date. With the 3300 milliamp battery, I can go a whole day. But coming from the past, where I've always had chargers nearby and kind of kept my phone plugged up at all times, I still have some of those ways where I just keep my phone plugged up anyways. But I try not to worry too much about it, because I have noticed that I can go a very long time without having to worry about any power loss. I may have had one scenario where I was down to maybe 8%, and that even lasted me for a long time. So as far as battery life on this phone, it works really well. You know, one thing I realized about battery life is if you're connected to any mobile phone network and have certain types of apps running, it'll significantly drain your battery life. I've had the V10 before this phone, and battery life got really poor over the year. And right now, actually, I'm filming from my old V10, and it's disconnected. There's no network service, but I'll plug my V10 up, and it'll run for 3-4 days without losing that much power. So it goes to show that you may have a big or a large battery size, like a 33 milli, I don't know what to call it, millihertz, mega amps, I don't know, battery like the V30 does. But eventually, what really kills your battery is the network that you're on and what you're doing. If there is no network available, your battery can last many days. Anyway, that's enough about battery life. Again, this is my phone, minimalistic, black and orange. I like it nice and clean. That's just the way I like things. The thing about Sprint is the Sprint version is you have the Plus, which is you get an extra 64 gigabytes. Yeah, I know I messed it up the last time. Extra 64 gigabytes of internal memory for a total of 128 gigs of memory. That's really great. But also they have this feature called Call Plus right here. you activate that on this phone. And one of the things I was worried about with switching back to Sprint was um, not being able to maybe get my directions from Google Maps while I was on the phone, or surf the net while I was on the phone. And it just so happened that the V30 has the ability to do just that with that calling plus feature. It's only available V30, S8, Note 8, and maybe one or two other devices. So you got a peace of mind knowing that switching to Sprint just for that would not hinder you. How have I liked the Sprint service? It's neither here nor there. I don't really see that big difference. Sometimes it's kind of choppy, but I had Verizon, and I would lose a lot of signal in certain areas that now with Sprint I don't have that issue. So it's just a give or take. So far my experience with them has been good, but I'm not here to talk about service. So back to the phone. I was talking about the internal storage, so let's go there. I'm just going to go to menu. It's available right there at my settings button, and I'm going to go to looking for storage right here. And here you go. I have used 37 of a total of 120 gigabytes of internal storage. And if you look here, make that focus a little bit better. There you go. So about 30 gigs of usage of my internal out of the 128. And if you look here, I have 46 gigs of 183 gigabytes. So basically what I have here is a 200 gigabyte memory card. That was when I had that V10. They had a 200 gigabyte free promotion memory card. So I just transferred it from my V10 to my V30. So now I'm enjoying 300 and let's see what it says here. Go back out and it says I have a total of 311 gigabytes of storage. It's a combination of internal and external. So not worried about that at all. Lots of space. Again, you go into the menu, you see how it looks minimalistic, black and white. Just keep it plain and simple, just like I like it. So I talked about battery life. I talked about the black and orange theme that I like. Speed wise, I don't see any lag. No matter what I'm doing, what I'm surfing, everything seems to be just fine. No lag on anything. Let me go to maybe a website. Let's go here. See what comes up. Google. So no lag. Just everything is really smooth. And even if there is a lag, I mean, I don't even get into all of that jazz about complaints of lag. That's always a complaint that people have, that I think they just make a lot of to do, but there's not that much of an issue. As far as the screen, I think the screen it does feel kind of hollow. If you just listen to the tapping, well, let me just close it off first. As I tap towards the center, you can hear the hollowness. I don't know if you can hear that, but it does feel hollow, and it is kind of hollow. I don't know why LG decided to do that. The phone is light, and I think that's a plus that you have a light phone. But it does make the phone feel kind of hollow and kind of cheap. It would have been better if LG had kind of kept it nice and solid. It's probably an opportunity for them to make the phone even thinner, seeing that it feels like it has a lot of space in there. What else can I talk about? The floating bar. Okay, see how fast the fingerprint thing works? I like it. It looks really good. The floating bar, I have it right here. I think it's okay. I mean, it's a good substitution. I think they could do better with the floating bar. I use it from time to time. I like to have it. I mean, you can kind of just do that and it's out the way. If you don't use it, it's not really conspicuous. It's not really bothering and getting in the way of anything. So I think it's a nice to have. What I think could be better as an improvement is the ability that when the screen is off, for this floating bar to still be active and available, where I can actually see notifications come across if I have a notification. kind of like a true substitute for the second display. The second display compared to this floating screen, there's no real comparison, especially when you talk about turning your phone off and you can see things, notifications come across on your second display at the top. Well, I think that opportunity still can still we still have that opportunity to explore still, if we can somehow allow that second screen floating bar to be activated while the screen is in off mode, where you can still interact with it, move it around. That'll be an awesome plus. Maybe it sounds like a simple software update that someone can work on. That would be a good plus for LG. That would be truly, or mostly I should say, substituting or replacing or improving the second screen display without taking up any real estate. So that's pretty much all I have in terms of software experience for the V30. Now, talking about the hardware, I like the fact that this is a military grade phone. I don't like cases. You can see I have two cases here, but I'd rather just use the phone plain as it is. But being that the phone is all glass, back and front, with metal sides, I want to take an extra caution and probably get it in a case. I would rather have a bumper case. I do not like having the backs of these cases taking up my phone. So this is what I decided to do. I decided to get a skin, and I'm going to flip it over so you can see the skin. I love the skin. It's by D Brands, and here it is. Isn't it awesome? Look at that. And it is carbon fiber. It's textured. You can hear that. You can hear how hollow the sound gets towards the center and then solid to the end. But anyway, it's textured carbon fiber. It's not real carbon fiber. It's just vinyl or whatever they call it, 3M material. But it's textured. Looks beautiful and nice. You know, just look at this. Sit your phone down and it looks beautiful. Flip it around, looks good. Just keeps that nice black, simplistic, minimalistic, professional, hard, you know, solid look going. Really nice. I like it. So I do not want to cover this up with a case, you know. Initially I got this case from Amazon. I think I paid about $7 or $8 for this case. It's just a TPU case, really simple. I can put it on and show you what it looks like. There it is. I had this for a few weeks when I first got the phone, just to have it protected somewhat. You know, I didn't want to just have a glass phone walking around. So I used this for a couple weeks, and they had a little carbon fiber texture on here. You can see it, but it's all plastic. And as minimalistic as it is, I still don't like the idea of having this on here. So I opted to go with the skin from D Brands, and that's what you're seeing here. And I use my phone just like this. I don't put any case on here. This is what I like. But what I would like to add to the you know, the durability of the phone is to have a bumper. Now I think it's I forgot the name of the company. They're coming out with a bumper. I think it is. Yeah, it is D Brands. D Brands is coming out with a bumper, and I got my skin from D Brands, and I would think that they would create this bumper for the LG V30, and I emailed them, and they said that no, the LG V30 is not one of the 15 devices that are selected to have the bumper case. It's just a bumper. It goes around, keeps the phone exposed on the back, on the front, and we can show the phone off and not have to worry about all that bulk. So the next best thing I have is this case here by, let's see who's by, I forgot the name, Ring Key. I don't know if you can see that name, Ring Key. Paid about $11. This is the smoke gray. Kind of complements the black phone. It has a clear back. Now when I bought this, the way that they showed it, let me see if I can get that on here for you. Let me change this camera to auto. So yeah, when I bought this, when I bought this case, it was kind of misleading the way they advertised it on Amazon. I'm gonna go there right now and show you. Anyways, long story short, I just thought that the case would have been a case that oh, no internet. I thought the case would have been a case that it has a separate back here that I could remove it from the bumper and have a sort of bumper type case. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want. You don't need a case to cover the phone completely. The LG V30, the LG has done a great job with their V series and making their V series devices military grade, so it has a lot of durability and there's no need for all these bulky cases, which is why I am an LG fan in the first place. So just having a simple bumper is all I really want and need. And so when I saw this case, I searched high and low to find a case that has a bumper. There isn't any that exists. And so when I came across this, I got excited because I figured that maybe it does what I need. Because as you can see here, let me just see the way they advertise this thing. Like, it's almost like this is separate from the back piece, and this is the phone. I was like, great, I can just, you know, not have that back placed on there. But in reality, it came as one, and I did ask questions after I ordered it, and everyone said it came as one, and that you have to kind of cut it out. And now I probably will do that, but you know, as of right now, let me just shut off the phone. You know, you put it in the case, it looks pretty good. It fits really snug. The buttons work really well. The buttons are really tactile. Cutouts are good. It comes with a plug for the headphone jack. I just cut that little plastic plug off. No need for it. You're not concerned about stopping water from getting in the phone. It is IP68. It also had another flap, a little plastic flap to plug this area. I cut that off as well. No need for that. But as you can see, all the cutouts look really nice. But you know, and you can still see that nice black carbon fiber or whatever type of skin you decide to put on there. You can still see it, but you can also see a lot of fingerprints. People always talk about fingerprints. I don't care about fingerprints. That's just a corny thing to discuss. But anyways, I just like to have the phone plain and simple, minimal, and that's the reason I may cut this back out, and I'll give you an update if I decide to do that, let you know what it looks like. So now back to discussing the hardware of the phone. I was talking about accessories. There's just not any good accessories for the phone. LG has done a bad job with their marketing. There are not a lot of people that are interested in the V30 phone or the V series phone. They're just not aware of it. No good marketing, and therefore the market is not producing a lot of accessories for the device like you would like to see. And so there's no bumpers. The glass screen protectors are not that great. In fact, the best glass screen protector I have is not a good screen protector. I'll show you the one that I ordered a long time ago, and I actually sent back the other one. It came 2 in a pack. I returned it because it was just a bad design, and it's by Penacase, and it was about $11 when I bought it. Now it's down to $5 because everyone gave it a bad rating. And it just, the issue with this this screen protector and all the other screen protectors, the glass screen protectors for the LG V30 series, is because the V30 has a slight curve glass on there, and it's just really hard to get a glass screen protector that curves to fit. So they have this other one that's out that has it covers the full screen, but it has I guess, glue on the edges. And the thing about those is a lot of people are complaining that they come off. The glue loses its adhesiveness and it comes off. I suspect that because it doesn't fully adhere to the glass screen, it will lose some of the touch sensitivity that you would get from the from the screen itself. So I'm not interested in those. I haven't bought those. I haven't seen any good reviews on any screen protectors. And just a little word to the wise: when you go on Amazon, people are gonna, these companies who are trying to sell these accessories, they're gonna try to, you know, flood their items with lots of 5-star ratings. Beware of those ratings because they're false. And one way to do it is you go into your review, go into the items reviews, and then highlight verified purchasers only, and you'll see that there's no one that purchased the item, or maybe a few people that purchased the item, and they're all negative reviews. So don't be fooled by all the high ratings. Always check for verified reviews. And currently, as it stands, there's not a good glass screen protector, so I'm just sticking with this cheap, too small, too narrow glass screen protector. As you know, that's the best I can do right now. Shame on LG for not marketing this product better and getting more people to produce accessories that are suitable for the device. Now, we talked about the hardware, how it's built. We talked about the themes. Now, one thing I would say during the time that I've had this phone that I have a gripe about, there is no infrared blaster. I like infrared blaster. They don't have that. The screen quality, when they have a full dark color on there, like a dark green or whatever, you can see the variations in the warm temperatures across the screen. So this OLED screen or PLED screen is just not as good of a quality as the Samsung's is. And sometimes I feel like I have to kind of press the screen a little bit harder than I should. Rather than a touch, I have to press, because the sensitivity to the touch sensitivity to the screen is not 100% in my opinion, which is another reason I would not be interested in a screen protector that doesn't fully sit across the screen itself, because I'm already having issues with, you know, the touch sensitivity. I'm getting good at it now because I pretty much tap hard, but I like to just touch, and it's just not always responsive to a gentle touch. So I think the screen quality is not, it needs some work for the next version or next upgrade. Like I said, the battery life is great. Storage size is excellent. The screen quality needs some work on that. There's no IR blaster. The quad DAC works really good. It's at the top here. I've tried it with my Bose headphones. A lot of people are wondering why LG doesn't send their phone with quad DAC headphones, since it has a quad DAC player. And you know, if you are really interested in listening to quad DAC quality music from this phone, you will have a pair of Bose or Beats or whatever other high quality headphones. You will have already owned a pair, so you would not want to use whatever comes with the device anyways. So, you know, that was one of my gripes, but I quickly realized that, hey, I have my own Bose headphones. I wouldn't want them to send me a high quality pair of headphones and then increase the price. But the thing about Sprint, like I said earlier in my previous review, it did come with a set of headphones. They're very cheap headphones. You can pay less than $10 and find that in Walmart online somewhere. But at least they provided headphones, and I think they get a plus for that. I wish that this phone had dual front spacing speakers. You have the microphone right, the earpiece right here. You have enough space down here for another slit, and to make that an external speaker and make it stereo. Come on, man. I think they need to do that for sure. Now, this is another gripe that I have with this phone. If you lay this phone down flat like this on its back, there is not enough ledge on this screen. There's not enough ledge to protect the glass. And so what I have already experienced, I don't know if you can see it. Let me get the right angle here. But basically, what I have experienced with this phone, with the camera lens is scratched. Now, it's not the actual glass that's scratched, but there's some kind of film some type of anti-glare film that's over the lens. That's scratched because I had, you know, been using the phone without a case and just laying it flat down. And I think an easy fix for this attention to detail for LG is to not put the glass of the camera lens as the protruding item. I mean, you lay this phone flat, it is sitting on the real camera lens. There is not a metal piece above it to protect it. So you pretty much really need a case to not allow the camera lens and the coating on the camera lens to be scratched. And that's why I put this D-brand skin on here, because I'd rather the D-brand skin on the phone here and not on the lens, because it kind of looks cooler without this D-brand carbon fiber on the lens. But I put it here because it at least provides some kind of leverage over the actual glass itself, the glass lens itself. And I think that's one gripe I have also with this phone. Okay, I think that's pretty much does it. This was a pretty long interview. It's been a while. It's been a whole month, and I kind of wanted to get all my thoughts on paper and kind of share them with you all. My overall feeling for the phone is I love the phone. I still like it. It's only been a month, but my gripes are just the screen quality, the camera lens on the back. I wish they had front-facing speakers. I wish they had the IR blaster, and that's about it. You know, the phone is a small phone. It's very light. It's a little hollow, but you know, that's neither here nor there. It is a light phone, and it's durable, and I like it. So that's my my follow-up for the LG V30 by Sprint. You see what I did to the phone, make it nice and sporty and masculine, black everywhere. I reviewed these two cases. They're from Amazon. I don't really use them anymore. I'll probably turn this one into a bumper. And that's it. So that's it for Rob reviewing the LG V30. Long review, but appreciate you hanging in there. So long for next time.